What's up YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Today we have this little thing that I found, The God Man by Rufo. I found this like I think a month ago, like when it came out. Like it was just on my recommended and it looked really interesting because the thumbnail, you can't really see it because you know my face is covering it, but the thumbnail is basically, it looks like literally the One Punch Man God just standing on the moon. But yeah, let's just get straight into it after I lower the volume so no one's ears are bleeding. Right. I'm pretty sure this is some sort of horror thing, but I'm not entirely sure.
We understand this is the first time you've wanted to talk about this in over a decade, so we're really honored.
Oh,
Yeah,
interesting.
Of course. I think it's time.
Maybe just introduce yourself and then take it away. We want to hear it all from you.
I like the art style.
Hi, yeah, I'm Jonah Wiseman. I am an astronomer. I'm the astronomer that discovered the God
Musical
Man,
score
as
is
he's
awesome.
commonly known. It's not the name I gave him, but it's the one that stuck.
Yo, this
At the
musical
time,
score
I
is
was
really
conducting
good.
research at the Lake Observatory as an observational astrogeologist.
The subtleness
I was
of
there
the
from
soundtrack.
1961 to 1985. It was October 4th, 1963, and I spotted this.
Bro, okay, wait. The concept of just randomly seeing something so large on something you never would have expected to see it on, that is a terrifying thought. Like, if this were to ever happen, it would genuinely break, like, the internet or something.
Like a thick semicircle. It was fairly far off, but it was definitely very big. It was moving very slowly, only about 500 kilometers an hour, and after a month of observations, we knew that there was a really good chance that it was on course to here, to Earth.
That's terrifying.
As it moved in closer, the rotation of the object began to reveal to us that it was much taller than it was wide. We estimated it was about 20 kilometers tall.
Damn, that's pretty
And
tall.
the angle that we had discovered it on was more like a top view, if you will. And as it rotated, it was hard to ignore that it really
Bro, it's
did
cars! It's cars, bro! Floating. I know this is not the
torso,
position
arms,
cars
legs,
died in,
hands,
but...
feet. Well, one foot, the other one broke off. We suspect.
Alien.
There was a lot of debate about what to do. If something this big were to collide with Earth...
Oh, right, it's literally 20 kilometers
be
tall.
problematic,
Yeah.
to say the least.
I mean, it still
There
could
was
be an
talk
alien.
of nuking it. However, here we had our first potential evidence of extraterrestrial life. We needed more information. You know, was this?
This is a very
being?
realistic
Was it a corpse?
approach
Was
to
it a vessel, or
finding
just
something
a
this
fancy
humanoid in
rock?
space just floating around.
If this was living, it wasn't moving around, just statically drifting. But it could have been sleeping, or in stasis. We just didn't know. And many folks certainly didn't want to enrage something so big
Yeah,
that
seriously.
was just asleep. Fortunately, time was on our side.
It may not be big enough to
so
eat the planet, but
we
20
set the
kilometers is still freaking huge. It'll probably destroy the
Folks
planet
had
on
photos
impact.
back. We were in awe.
Oh, wow.
This was no fancy rock.
Bro, that's
The
Cell.
scans and photos determined that the material that it was made of was very thin and definitely organic.
That is
The
terrifying.
likelihood of it being alive currently seemed extraordinarily slim.
Well, that's
And
good,
we
at
could
least.
tell that there was no chance it would make it through our atmosphere without burning up.
Oh, okay, that's
We decided to leave it be
relieving.
and monitor it. Over 6 years, as it inched ever closer, eventually, with the naked eye, we
That's
were able to see
crazy.
this
Bro,
little
imagine
thing
just
in the
randomly
sky,
seeing that in
like
your
a
in the
stick
night
that
sky.
appeared to be about half the size of the moon. But with the telescope, you're really able to make out the length of the limbs, the head, and even the small details in the face. And though it had the shape of a man,
Okay, not Cell.
its face
It
was
looked
more
like it for a second.
A cross between an insect and a fish. And then every few months, as it rotated, it would go nearly invisible, only to reveal itself once again. Soon after the media coined his name, I began to greet him in the evenings, sarcastically at first. "Oh, good evening, God man." But over time, with more sincerity, every night I was excited to see how much bigger he'd become in my lens. As he began to approach, we assembled a crew to send up in a shuttle to take samples. We needed to get up there before he entered our atmosphere and navigate a moving object. Even with modern technology, that's quite a task.
Bro, this is such a realistic... Like, I wasn't expecting this
Over
much
the next few
realism
months, He
to...
moved past the moon and now appeared to be a little taller than it. One evening, the God-Man was actually silhouetted by the full moon. This spectacle only lasted for a few moments.
That is so
but
eerie to look
it
at.
was so
Yeah, literally.
extraordinary. It's
Took the
truly
words out of
hard
my
to
mouth.
describe the impact that it had on me. After so many years of observing the God-Man, I began to rely on him, depend on him.
Interesting.
I was counting the days when he would finally arrive and bring with him the one.
The fact that humans can calculate when an object could arrive from space onto Earth, like, this is an actual thing. Obviously, this is like film, and you know, there's nothing this big that's heading towards Earth, at least not that I'm aware of. But like, the fact that we can calculate all this stuff and like send things to different planets or send them into space at all is just a marvel of human ingenuity and just intelligence. It's just insane, to be
He
honest.
speculated so much about him, about what it would mean when we finally got close enough to take samples.
Imagine its blood is like a
Close
virus
enough
pathogen or
to
something,
really see him in clarity.
and then it was just brings a zombie
The shuttle
plague.
expedition made it up, but their trajectory was miscalculated, mistimed. We overshot him by 200 kilometers. We had a backup shuttle, but it failed to even launch.
Bruh,
We blew our one shot to gather samples.
that's unfortunate.
However, when the shuttle passed near him, they managed to shoot a video. Now, when we had sent the probe, it only photographed the front. But when the shuttle got up there, they found that what we had initially thought was just a long divot turned out to be a split all the way down his back. You
Whoa,
could see that it was completely hollow.
that's
All the God-Man
creepy.
ever was a shedded skin.
Oh, I don't like the implications of that.
And I think that's really the part that didn't sit well.
Yeah, that's just an exoskeleton that
We
molted
wanted
then.
answers, and it just didn't
Bro,
bring
something
it.
that big being able to
It
molt
only
is
made
kind
the
of like...
unsettling conclusion
doesn't
that
even
there
make
is,
sense.
in fact, alien life of some kind, and whatever left this behind is very, very big.
Yeah.
And now it's even bigger. We can only speculate that he most likely left it behind because he outgrew it. And
What
then
an
finally,
unsettling
it
thought.
entered our atmosphere. Anyone who saw it that day agrees that as it burned, we saw a color that we had never seen before.
Whoa.
Cameras couldn't capture it, but I'll never forget it. This thing, 20 kilometers long, burned up in entirely 6 minutes.
That's crazy. I mean, I guess it makes sense since it's mostly made out of thin organic material or something like that.
I found myself almost greeting him in the evenings for a long time after that. Eventually I stopped.
Bro, this is a different type of
I'd only
horror.
been
Or not
in
even
observatory
horror,
for
just like
2 years
eerie,
when I spotted
unsettling thoughts. It's
No one expects something
thought-provoking.
like this in this field. No one expects to be known as the guy who discovered alien life. I mean, at the time it was the dream, but fame for such a thing can prove to be challenging.
Do you sometimes still think about the God-Man?
I mean, clearly.
It is a hard thing to shake. From when he was first spotted, the God-Man took around 8 years to arrive to Earth. Those 8 years were some of the best of my life. Every single day I was filled with excitement and joy and anticipation. It was like Christmas morning over and over. And as soon as he arrived, he evaporated nearly instantly. I spent the next 14 years looking in that region
Damn.
for something more. More information, another sighting. Who knows?
You know, this thing could probably be light year,
Maybe one
like
day.
billions of light years away. So,
It still keeps me up at night.
wonder how long that corpse or
Many people
exoskeleton
found it
was
scary,
drifting.
but I found the God-Man gave me hope. That night, looking at him in the full moon, it felt like someone was looking
Bro, that is
back
so
at us.
creepy. I don't know if I want something to
Once
look back at
for a
us.
moment, we weren't alone. I wasn't afraid. I was soothed.
Interesting take. This was really good. Good lord. Like it's good in a sense. Literary, like, I don't know how to explain. It's not good like action good. It's like good like thought provoking good. Like kind of how like Freerun like really made you think about stuff. Like I don't know why I'm comparing anime to this, but like this was a very interesting animation. Like it almost feels like whatchamacallit? I don't know what they're called, but like one of those well, yeah, I think that was the point, but wait, how many awards? Wait, hold on. I didn't see that. How many awards was that? Okay, the Cannes Indie Shorts Award, Los Angeles Movie and Music Video Awards, official selection, Shorts Not Pants Audience Award, the World Independent Film Festival, San Francisco, California, official selection, Venezia Shorts, Murata Corta, semi-finalist, Silver Award, Best Animated Short, Red Movie Awards, Rames Excellence Director, official selection, international completion, Best Animation. Oh, it did win like a first place award. Beverly Hills 25th Film Festival, official selection Dumbo Film Festival, official selection Paradise Shred Edition, Toronto Short Film Festival. Okay, so I think these were the ones that they were a part of, and these were the ones where they won, I think. That's really cool. This was really good. Yeah, the music was also very good. It fit the theme of the animation very well. Like that eerie sense of wonder. I don't know, something about these animations that like really get you thinking about what could possibly be out there. You know, the universe is so vast, and the concept of outside life has always been something that people wondered about. Like, it just really gets you thinking. This was really good. I highly recommend you go check it out. Watch it for yourself without me yapping over it. The Godman full film by Rufo. And anyways, thank you for watching. Stay hydrated, stay healthy, and have a wonderful rest of your night/day. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.